I just finished working on the top. This part really was water stained pretty bad. It probably won't show up in the video, but what I did, I took my wife's iron. She was sleeping, so I could do it when she didn't catch me. She caught me before doing that and said, don't do that again, but it doesn't damage the iron. I just turn it on medium heat. I don't use steam, though. From everything I read, you don't use steam, and that worked pretty well. Eliminate that water stain pretty good, and I had a water stain here from a glass. It looked like a water stain here from a vase. So it took them out pretty well. I'm pretty impressed. It took me like 15 minutes, I guess. But this part, you can tell the finish is worn down. You know, people worked here. So, you know, this part is no problem. But this part, you know, there's a lot of wear. So I think what I got to do is get some tung oil and maybe dilute it a little bit and just go over this part with tung oil a little bit. I think I read that before. I'm going to go back tonight and research it again. But I believe tung oil, and then hit it again with the teak oil. I use this brand. I just got impatient instead of waiting for the other brand. So, but I mean, it doesn't smell. I kind of like it because it doesn't smell. But I'm really impressed how well it came out with my first try. You know, it really was filthy. This area here was just almost black. So I used double-aught steel wool and teak oil, and I would go over it with, you know, steel wool mixed with teak oil and wipe it down. I did that 4 times and I got most of the dirt out from what I can tell. And now I just got to worry about maybe building that finish back up in these spots right here. And the other spots, I was really worried about that water stain, but that's pretty much all gone now. So I think I'll get done with this project pretty quickly. Go to Home Depot tomorrow and get some. You can see it here where the finish is worn off. So maybe some tung oil. But, you know, honestly, it doesn't bother me. I could care less. I'm just so happy to get a nice, you know, floating top desk with minimal effort on my part that I think I'll have this, you know, done by tomorrow night, and then just teak oil it probably 3 or 4 times. Tomorrow afternoon, I'm going to take it apart and do the storage units, really get them cleaned up. And then the legs, the back of the legs, because it really is dry. The wood really is dry. I was poking around. It's, you know, probably never been oiled in years. But you can see a noticeable difference between the two. This leg here versus the top. And came out really nice, you know. Do a little more reading and check out that one part. But, I mean, for $150, I'm really happy with this purchase. So, you know, I should have had my video camera out here showing, taking that off, but I wanted to use that iron before I got caught. How childish is that? But I got that done. Now I got to sneak back in and put the iron away. This really beautiful grain here. I don't know if that'll show up, but that is just stunningly good looking grain. And when I hit that with teak oil, that's really going to pop out. You know, that's just something about teak that I like. Teak, walnut. It just really makes a room. And teak, you know, like this, has that honey glow to it, I call it. You know, I have a really nice dining room set I got a couple weeks ago, just before Christmas. Same color as this. And I had 2 really nice teak Danish bookcases I got in Cocoa Beach a couple years ago. So I'm pretty much done with teak, I think. If I could get a bookcase, I'd be happy. But I'm pretty much finished with teak. I want to get a couple more pieces for my one room that I'm allowed to do mid-century vintage. You know, I have a really cool 1964 Motorola stereo that works beautiful. And now then I went and got a Mersman coffee table. I just finished that, which is, you know, really nice looking. It's smaller and low. And I got my 2 lounge chairs. I'm going to start on those. Now I'm going to pop this desk in there and move the old desk out of there. So that one room really is going to look pretty cool. If I could just get 1 or 2 Danish or maybe swag floor lamps, and those things are so expensive. It makes me so mad I can't get one of those things. But, you know, this is the end of part 1 of refinishing this project. I think I'll have it done by tomorrow afternoon. Okay, that's it.